Hello everyone, Wolf25 here, back with another Warframe video, and today I'm going to show you all how to alternatively level your frames and your weapons, because a lot of people usually tend to go to Hydron on Sedna. That's where a lot of the majority of people are going to tell you to go. There's always stuff for it in recruiting chat. So, as you can see, I need to rank up my Trinity Prime. I needed to put another foreman into her. I put a foreman into my Zooge Prime because I haven't really toyed around with it yet. I just leveled it up, but kind of putting more extra time into it. I have a kit gun. I have a Gia's kit gun that I needed to work on. I have my Zal, which is at max rank, which I'm going to be doing most of the damage with. I have my Teneferics class, which is Vazarin, because I can use the Protective Dash to heal my Warframe. That is this right here. It's one of the most useful abilities in the game. Another good thing about Vazarin is you'll get 4 instant revives in your Tenno form and 4 instant revives in your Warframe form. So one other thing to note is your Kavat, a Smita Kavat has a chance to proc an affinity boost, which grants you double resources and double affinity. Extremely useful. You can get Smita Kavat imprints off the market for very cheap. And Kavat genetic codes can be attained on the Orican Derelict. They're invisible, so you can take like Helios Prime with Loki Prime and just stay invisible all the time. Take a synthesis scanner or codex scanner, and that's how you get a Smita Kavat. One other really cool thing is your Tenno. If you need to rank up your amp, your Moat amp, or maybe a new amp that you constructed, you can rank up your amp a lot quicker this way too. So the alternative method to leveling in Warframe, because Hydron can just get really boring really quickly, is fissures. The reason I say fissures is because you've got a lot of other different choices to choose from, and it's not a very good description, but best I can come up with.
You're an idiot.
So right now there are captures up, Axie defense up, and oddly enough it's Hydron on Sedna, but you can also do it on Cougar Survival, and the reason... This is the thing about Warframe. Warframe is one of the most grindiest games you're ever going to play, and you need to be as efficient as possible with your time. So a lot of people go to Sedna, Hydron Sedna, to just level. That's it. Not to do any other kind of particular thing, just to level their frames, their weapons, their companions, and anything else like that. So the reason I decided to form this stuff is because I wanted to show you just how much more you can earn, how much more you can get done by doing a fissure or the Cougar Survival. Oddly enough, I'm going to do Hydron on Sedna, but it's a fissure. It's an Axie fissure. So not only am I going to be leveling stuff up, I'm going to be getting Void Traces and getting Prime Loot. I just find that when you're playing Warframe, you want to get as many things done as absolutely humanly possible. I don't find going to Hydron on Sedna and just doing that over and over again is very efficient, because there's a lot of other ways to level stuff in Warframe. There are people out there who have the ability to get a frame from rank 0 to 30 by using some kind of particular setup. I may make a video about that later on. It's requires certain mods and a certain setup. I don't know what it is, but I just can't stress this enough. Don't waste your time on this freaking map. Don't keep freaking going here just regular Hydron with no fissure up and just leveling. Do it in the Kuva Fortress. Kuva is like the biggest pain in the ass in this game, so you could easily get Kuva and rank your stuff up. I guess spare mods, because you're going to need a Necros when you go to Kuva Survival. But I formatted a lot of stuff because I wanted you guys to see just how much more you can get done by doing a fissure and ranking stuff up at the same time. I just think it's kind of awkward, or not awkward, ironic that it's Hydron and Sedna, but I got the game on public right now. And before I start, I wanted to mention one quick thing. I'm on the Xbox. If you want to earn free stuff, I'm going to leave a link to the description for my Twitch channel, along with the Discord and my Twitter if you want to follow me on Twitter and get notifications when I go live. I'm also on Discord. All this stuff will be in the description below. I do tons of giveaways every single Sunday, sometimes Wednesday. I work late, so I get home late. I stream late. I'm a night owl. If you guys don't mind checking me out, I really appreciate it. The more followers, the better. So enough chit chat. Let's go to this Axie fissure and see how much leveling we can get. To be quite honest with you guys, I don't expect these guys to stay for more than 5 waves, because a lot of people will actually utilize this when there's a fissure up for it, and then they'll like leave at 5 waves. this Volt Prime. He's just here for the fissure. And I guess this Equinox is too. Okay. Maybe he'll actually stay for a while. But survivals, interceptions, defenses. I personally choose survivals. I could do solo survivals with a rank 0 frame. I'll show you guys that once we come out of this, depending on how long we stay in here. But yep, see, my Cavett just procced a double affinity. So I'm going to get... I have an affinity booster on right now. So I'm going to get quadruple the amount of affinity. And stuff's just going to rank up really, really fast. If everything's ranking up extremely fast, like it just, I'm getting these notifications for it. Smita Kitty is best kitty. If you guys ever want to play with me too, my gamer tag is the same as my Twitter name. So there's actually one thing I wanted to point out real quick. I just thought about, remember I was saying you could level up your amp by doing this? You're going to have to be in Tenno form in order for your amp to gain affinity, but it can be really easy because if you want to, you can just like stay in void mode and just kind of leech it. But I've got all my schools maxed out so I can survive a lot. I've got the best amp in the game right now, but if that's not your situation, you can just stay in void mode, let your energy regenerate, go back into void mode. It's really simplistic and easy way to quickly rank up your amp if it's something you need to do. I only wanted to do 10 waves. Oh well. Alright, so my Trinity went from rank 0 to 20, my Zooge 0 to 25, and my Kit Gun maxed out. And don't forget, I have a full arsenal too. With the Affinity Booster and my Smita Cavett, it only procced that once. But that was just 10 waves. That was 10 waves on a defense map on Hydron, because it was a fissure. There was something I was going to say that I was going to show you guys later on. I can't remember what the hell it was. Okay, now that I remember what I was going to show you guys, because I'm an idiot and I forget stuff, is how you're staying alive. Is how you want to stay alive in Warframe when you're trying to rank stuff up. And the new mod called Adaptation that allows you to gain 10% resistance to that damage type for 20 seconds, dex of 90%. Of course, that's if you have this mod fully ranked, which I do. But if you don't have Adaptation, there is, however, a different method. And that method is get off, put on, where is it? Quick Thinking, and combine that with Hunter Adrenaline. As you take damage to your health, you're going to gain energy. So you see the Undying Experience here, and I mean you're playing as Trinity, which is a frame that's where I'm playing as Trinity, which is a frame that's going to increase my health. So you can use the quick thinking mod paired with Hunter Adrenaline, and if you really want to go intense with it, you can put Rage on as well. So 85% of the damage that you take to your health is going to be converted into energy. So then you get down to 2 health, quick thinking is going to kick in, and it's going to save your butt many, 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 many times. Another thing to note is if you have Arcane Guardian, if you've been hunting the Eidolons a lot like I have, and you have a full Arcane Guardian set, or maybe you don't have the full set, then you can just get 1 or 2, because I mean, on damaged, that's 150 armor, 300 armor, 450 armor. 150 armor is still a lot, so is 300 armor. I think you can get a full Arcane Guardian set for kind of cheap on the market, because Arcanes have just been screwed since Digital Extreme has just made so many other different things in the game that just kind of put Guardian to shame. There's also a lot of tanky frames in Warframe right now too, since they've been releasing frame after frame after frame, which I'm personally against, but that's a conversation for a different video. But anyway, in this mod combination, you don't necessarily have to have both. You can just have one with quick thinking, and it saves your ass a lot. Adaptation isn't that expensive on the market right now. You can get an unranked one for 40 platinum on the market, and that's personally what I choose to go with. Adaptation with Arcane Guardian, and I have health pads in my arsenal, and a quick trick that I can show you guys. Let me go back here. That is slot 4 in my gear wheel. So if you want to mod your controller, if you're on console, and this should be the same on PS4, you can go to customize controller and see I have the right on my D-pad set to gear hotkey 8, which is an energy pad, and I have my gear hotkey 5 set to my Arcwing launcher. And what you can do is set it to gear hotkey 4, which is my health pad, so I could just spam left on my D-pad and just like have unlimited energy pads pretty much. So you pair that with the quick thinking, the Hunter Adrenaline, and Rage, like you're not gonna die. There's no possibility of you dying. And health pads are extremely easy to make. The requirements for them to build them is like very, very low. And you don't even have to have the large ones either. You can get the ×10 from the market, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, I think it's from the dojo, but I'm gonna check the market. Just squad health restore small ×10 for 250,000 credits, which is a lot, but that's not much polymer bundle, and that's not much nanospores. If you get the materials, definitely make them. I got the large. You get that from one of the syndicates, and depending on your polarity, like the amount of capacity that you have in your disposal, I mean, I'm in MAR 26, so I kind of start off high. You get a lot more capacity starting out when you're at higher MR like I am, but even so, this is still a lot to work with. I mean, I could take coaction drift off and like set this up however I wanted, but that's what I prefer to do. I prefer to have adaptation with Guardian because, like I said, I can also use Vassar and Dash to just heal myself. But when you're leveling stuff, you don't want to die. You don't want to keep dying over and over and over again. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just go all out and have like take off all this other stuff and put on the quick thing, the Hunter Adrenaline and Rage, like just because I have the capacity for it, and you guys might be able to too. But let me see. I forgot to show you how much. See, I got 65 void traces. I mean, I know that's not much. That's like enough for a flawless relic. But I also got 2 prime parts out of that. Not to mention the relics, because no matter what you're doing, like survival, defense, or whatever, you're also going to be getting rewards that way. And I just feel that it's much more efficient and more Warframe to be, like I said, doing 3 things at once or 2 things at once. Never be doing 1 thing at once in Warframe, because you're going to get behind, it's going to take longer, and it's a much bigger hassle, because I have almost 2,000 hours into this game, and I still don't have everything that I want, because I give out a lot of stuff on Twitch, but I'm not going to do a bunch of self-promotion. If you just want to check me out, all the social media and stuff will be in the description below. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I really hope this video helped you guys out. And as always, remember, strive proudly and howl loudly. Good night, guys.